And it's been a long time since I've been back on camera, but I'm back. And even though there is more of me, I'm still here. When I say I haven't uploaded a video in a long time, I mean it's been about almost 3 years, if not longer. But I'm here. What's up? I'm also getting married in like 10 days. So we're gonna talk about that and a bunch of other life updates. Thank you for watching Endless Media. Let's get into it. Alright, so what's up? It's been a long time. For those of you who haven't tapped in a while, this is Wes, and you're watching Endless Media. I'm back to making videos on camera, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm excited to share this journey with you guys because I have a lot of crazy stuff happening. Let's talk some updates. So the first thing is that the last time I uploaded a video was in 2021, and that was when I first purchased this car at 18 years old. I'm 21 now, and a lot of stuff has happened since then. I live in a different state. I'm about to get married, and the same car is still here. And matter of fact, this car is the car that led me to meet my beautiful fiance and soon-to-be wife. So it's really important to me that I get this car looking absolutely pristine. It's been my daily driver for the past 3 years, and it's been super reliable for me, but cosmetically, it really hasn't looked the best. And that's simply because of the harsh Florida weather beating down on the car because it sits outside. Driving the car every single day, I mean, even having it transported across the country, it's seen a lot of dirt and debris, and the car needs some love. But I am getting married in a few days, and I want to leave my wedding in the infamous car that started it all. So I'm going to get this car looking cosmetically sound. Right now, it doesn't look necessarily too hot, but I'm going to make sure that I get everything the way it needs to be, or at least half the stuff the way it needs to be, because I want to leave the wedding in style. But first, story time. My car has always been really reliable. Recently, it was down for a month and a half. And that's because of a very small transmission issue that can happen with a little plastic piece that will stop the transmission from actually shifting. Okay, so I've got no idea if you'll be able to see this, but as you can see here on my screen, it's not reading any type of gear, even though it is in park. It just won't move. It's stuck. I'm obviously not going to yank on it super hard so I don't break anything, but it is stuck in there. And that costed me a lot of time. You would think I would say money, but really it was pretty relatively inexpensive to fix. The problem was finding the actual issue with the transmission and then getting that issue resolved. So I was asking around, and actually out of a random conversation, good friend of mine, Eddie from Perez Auto Repair, actually hit me up and said, hey, what's up with the car? And I told him what was going on. And he said, you know what? I got you covered. And I'm over here thinking, yo, you're not even an SST specialist. There's so many other people that are more experienced in the field. Like, what does this guy know? This man got my car right in 2 weeks. Man's an absolute blessing. Eddie, if you're watching this, thank you so much. If you are in the Central Florida area and you need your car repaired, hit this man up right here on Instagram. He is the GOAT. He will get you right, especially if you own an Evo. The car was completely immobilized, was not moving at all. This happened 1 month before my wedding. Can you imagine how much stress that was? It was a lot. But here we are now. I've got the car in the driveway, and it's not looking that good cosmetically, but that's what this video series is gonna be about. I wanna make this car look sick in the little amount of time I have before I marry the love of my life. So you guys are gonna come along with me and watch my my deliberations as I fix this car and make it look halfway decent. At the end, we're gonna do some Endless Media style recording, and we'll call it a day. Let's get into it. So that's gonna lead us here. We're currently in the garage, and by we I mean me, working on putting this thing back together and making it look somewhat decent for the wedding. So let me show you guys what I'm currently working with. Yeah. Okay, so this is Wes from the future currently editing this video and doing this voiceover. So as you can see in this corner, this fender is just all messed up, bro. The bottom piece is off. The side skirt is not properly connected. You can see that the fender is kind of cockeyed. It's not straight like it's supposed to be, and the top is pretty bubbled out. The fitment also looks absolutely terrible. It makes the ride height look a lot higher. In general, this fender is bad news. So yeah, looking at that, you can see that it's a little pulled out. Even from this side, it doesn't look normal compared to this side, which is normal. So we're gonna pop that off. The actual fender I'm putting on is right here. So we're going to snap that on here. And by snap, I mean this thing takes absolutely so long to take off. But it'll get done, and you guys get to watch the time lapse of me in a tank top. So see how it goes. Okay, so the current goal is to pop this fender off, and that is the hardest part because I have no idea what I'm doing. I hear that there's a lot of weird bolts to get to from behind the door. So I'm just gonna go piece by piece, and hopefully the process is not super grueling or as bad as everybody says it is. And then putting it back on should be a lot more simple than taking it off. So we're gonna see how it turns out. Okay. Now that this baddie is here and it's put on the wood planks, I'm gonna go ahead and jack the car up, and we'll get started on taking this thing apart. Yeah, boy, here we go. Hey, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. That's what I said to Catherine, and then she was like, oh my God. Okay, so let's see here. Dang it. That seems to be about right. Question of the day, all Florida residents. How are you guys getting by with this summer heat? Because it is atrocious. Sorry, Miss Jackstand. I am for real. Never meant to use the jack instead. Could probably make some money off that song before I get a cease and desist. I don't know if you can see me, but speaking of the wedding, you feeling generous. Go ahead and click that GoFundMe in the bio, man. Okay, I hope I'm doing this whole vlogging thing right. So this is my perspective, and right now we've got the fender currently on, but I have to take this left headlight out, I'm pretty sure, which means I've got to remove this carbon fiber piece, which is a pretty extensive process. So I'm gonna take the headlight out. That should be enough for me to access this fender and start popping pieces off. This is what the car's currently looking like right now. Now that this is all taken out, I can get started on removing these top bolts. Yeah, this vehicle means a lot for me emotionally, and I think any car guy will tell you that buying a car like this is an emotional purchase. I bought this car in a very, very difficult time of my life, but like I said, buying this car led me to meet the love of my life. And I could not be more thankful for what this car has done for me in terms of business, in terms of getting me from A to B. This car is dead set reliable. This car is not for the weak, but trust me, it is definitely one of the more reliable sports cars out there. Is it even a 10? It looks like a 10. Is it a 10? Took one out, let's get the other. How you guys liking the audio setup? Now I will tell you this, right? I don't have a working tripod, right? That's why all of the camera angles in this video sucks. But guess what I am using? I'm using my $400 wireless microphone setup. Good sound design can make any video look 10 times better. So, remember that if you're trying to quit your job and start a social media marketing agency. If you're one of those people. I hate buckets so much. Okay, so this is me, like 4 hours later. I am so happy that I decided to cut the video because I ran into a massive problem, which I'll show you now. Okay, so this right here is the main culprit of why it took me over 4 hours to get my fender off. As usual, a 30-minute job was turned into a 3 to 4 hour job due to a stripped bolt. Also, this is very directed to power built. I bought this from O'Reilly's. This is a stripped socket set for almost $20. And this is probably the most useless set of sockets I've ever paid for in my life. The O'Reilly's employee that told me to buy this, you suck. And Power Built, you need to stop making tools because this is hot garbage. Now that we got this bad boy out of here, we're gonna move on to the next step. So I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I can. So of course we have our little side blade fender vent cover that we can easily just pop out and replace. This one's black, the other one's an MR fender, so it's white. So literally all I gotta do is take off this piece. I'm also gonna put the plastic piece on the bottom right here, and we'll be ready to put it back on. All right, boom, that's that. New fender vent is on, old fender vent is on the new fender. New fender already has the turn signal lamp. Now, all this thing needs to do is have the bottom piece. I'm gonna bolt it back up, and we need to give it a little wipe down, but other than that, It's gonna look sick. Okay guys, so I actually got a little bit ahead of myself and here we are a week later. So check it out. This is the front left fender that I officially put on. It's all secured down, everything is good. As you can see, the body lines match up perfectly, which I was really trying to get right, and I'm glad it did, because now I can put my side skirt on, which was also very important. As you can see, the side turn signal marker is on, so that works, and the black GSR style painted fender vent is here. So everything's lined up pretty well. From this angle, everything looks perfect, but I want to show you guys a little bit closer of what I'm not yet happy with and what I'm going to do to change it. So taking a closer look here, ignore that it's dirty, but taking a closer look here, as you can see, the panel gap here is a little too wide. I'd say about maybe a millimeter off. And it's not looking too beautiful as this side is, because it's correct. So what I'm going to end up doing is just taking these top pieces off and moving the fender a little bit inwards and bolting it back down. I'm sure that should be able to fix that cosmetically. So yeah guys, like I said in the beginning of the video, the goal here is to get this car ready for my wedding, which is in 11 days. And this was definitely a huge step in the right direction, because now everything's lined up right, and now I can fit the front bumper on. As you can see, the front bumper is still currently not on the car, and that's because I'm waiting on one more piece to fully rebuild the OEM bumper that I have. I'm gonna put that on the car, and then we're gonna see how things look, see if we need to make some minor or major adjustments, and then get this car looking fresh and ready for the road. So I hope you guys liked the video. I really appreciate you guys watching this. I'm still kind of new to this, so let me know what you think in the comment section. The next step in the next video is gonna be actually putting together the front bumper, getting that ready to go, and yo, clock's ticking, bro. We don't have a lot of time, so let's see if we can make this work. I'm doing all the work myself, and we're gonna see where it takes us. So thank you so much for watching. If you like it, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, like button, whatever, I don't really care. Thank you for my beautiful wife for filming, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out, later.